Dirkens here. Well, it's breaking news in college football. It's Wednesday night, coming into week 3 of the college football season. Once again, thank you for joining me. I do want to let you know you can subscribe right here and keep getting good breaking news. Subscribe to me. You're sitting there going, you know what, I don't have an account, but I like watching. You know what you do? Create your account, and then hit subscribe and turn on your notifications. You know where I'm about to go on. I'm also on Twitter at Bobby Dirkens, at BDIRKENS. Also on Instagram at the Bobby Dirkens. Volunteer Roadshows on here. Good to see you. Volunteer Roadshow, Stephen McBride. Good to see all of you. If you don't know Volunteer Roadshow, let me tell you, this guy, he is on fire. Lord, I tell you right now, he's on fire. He just went over 1,000 subscribers, and I looked today or something like that. He's like up there at 1,800 in like 3 weeks. He just, everybody needs to know about him. If you don't know about him, you go check him out right now. Thank all of you for joining me. I don't know if you missed my preview last night. Had a very special guest on. I did the preview. Last night of the LSU Auburn game. You need to go check it out. SEC Tube, Eric Birch, George, all love you. Good to see you. Clemson Jacobs, good to see y'all. I had a very special guest. Good to see you, Tiger Nation. Ed Orgeron sang last night on my show. And it was a song about if he loses this Saturday, will you still love him? It was touching. It was good. It was world-setting records. Jacob Barnes, all of y'all, good to see you. There it is. Pigskin Pete. Pigskin, you and listen to this. I'm in royalty right now. You and Volunteer Roadshow is watching me at the same time. Pressure's on, y'all. Pressure's on. Got the big dogs in here watching me tonight. I haven't been able to watch you and Volunteer Roadshow near as much because I got that new job just focusing on euthanizing cats now. So sorry about that. Good to see y'all here. Thank you for joining me. If you don't know Pigskin Pete, go sub, hit the sub button for him. I mean, finish watching my video, then go sub him and Volunteer Roadshow. But last night I had Ed Orgeron on, and he sang a very touching song. It was right up there with that Celine Dion when she sang it, My Heart Will Go On, that Titanic song. That song will sink your feelings, no pun intended. Got a few things here in the back, very proud of. Got my blinging this joint up. Let's talk about what's going on in college football this weekend. Big story for especially the East Coast and the state of South Carolina. Let me just go ahead and tell you, Brody, thank you, Bobby the GOAT. I tell you right now, I'm a GOAT, I'm a champion, I'm a tiger. And, yeah. Thank you, Pigskin. That was beautiful, beautiful song. Beautiful song. 4 or 5 people called me crying. Drunk as all piss, but they were crying. Good song, good song. Now, a hurricane tried to hit LSU a couple of weeks ago. And, yeah, that didn't pan out to anything. And then this past weekend, Georgia whipped up on South Carolina. But this week, we got Florence trying to whip up on South Carolina. Yes, Hurricane Florence, that was a cheap reference to a category. Could be Category 5, Category 4. I don't know when it's going to hit. Hopefully, everything will be good. I hope that the Bowery down there on Myrtle Beach will survive, because I got many more beer to drink down there, if you know what I mean. Bryson Barnes, thank you, said I'm the funniest person ever. Tell my wife that. But let's talk about some of the games. Let's go ahead and get in this breaking news, you know. Right now, here we go. This weekend, some top games for you. Iowa State and Oklahoma. That's going to be an interesting game. Oklahoma is definitely a 19-point favorite. Big deal there. I do believe that Oklahoma looks good. Like I was worried that Kyler Murray boy was going to be sitting there counting his money, attracting cheap women, and renting cars so he could look more rich than what he is. But he's not. He's actually playing football. Good job. Iowa State coming off of a chilling loss. It is what it is. But I believe that Oklahoma's going to win this ball game. Next up, Miami, Florida, and Toledo. Here's the deal. Here's the deal, okay? Here's the deal. Miami's going to win this game. But their season, It's like walking in and seeing your grandparents make out. No matter if it's the greatest day you've ever had, it's ruined. And that's what happened to them when they lost to LSU. It's like seeing your grandma in the shower. Good God, I'd kill myself. So Miami will still win that game. Anyway, next up we have Penn State and Kent State. Penn State very close to losing their very first game of the year. App State went to Happy Valley, played their butts off, took them to overtime. Let me tell you this, it just amazing. Amazing game. Unfortunately, I couldn't pull it off. Got a bunch of Hayes here. Tell me, hey there, good to see you, Washington Huskies, SEC Dog, SEC Football Tube. Good to see y'all. Y'all being good. I know I missed some of you. Thank you for joining me. Let's go over some of the games that's going on this weekend. But Kent State at Penn State. Penn State's going to win this ball game. We know what it is. They're a heavy favorite. That's a duh. Next up, Florida State at Syracuse. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. I sat up and finished watching that Florida State game, and I was pulling for Samford. But I knew when I was sitting there that I'm wasting my time because they kept throwing those balls real fast, and I knew all they were going to do was drop one of those boys from Florida State back into zone coverage. He was going to jump around, pick it off, run it back. People were going to be like, whew, boy, we missed that one. No, Samford owned you, which tells me y'all got bigger problems than what I thought you had just a week ago. Florida State's going to Syracuse, and here's the deal. Florida State's only about a 2.5-point favorite. I tell you how much Vegas and a lot of people are thinking about Florida State right now. I'd actually like to see Syracuse beat them. I could care less, don't have a dog, a Seminole, or an Orangeman in the fight. But that's a toss-up right there. I'm going to call upset special Syracuse beating Florida State in Syracuse. You heard it first here, unless one of you others beat me to it. East Carolina at Virginia Tech. Here's the deal. Virginia Tech has had a really, I've had a lot of problems with East Carolina. Not this year. Virginia Tech is highly favored in this game, but I believe Virginia Tech is definitely going to win it. Justin Fuentes has got the boys playing. He's got them rolling. Bud Foster knows that defense. Heck, he actually holds part-time tour guides around Blacksburg. He's been up there so long. He'll actually drive you around in his car, show you some of the local spots to hit up, place to get the coldest beer, you know, where the pretty women hang out. He'll also cater to you. If you like, you kind of, you know, he don't want you dating out of your league. He even knows where the women hang out. It's kind of ugly if you're just looking for companionship. Bud Foster's Blacksburg Tours. You go check him out. But they'll definitely win that. Vanderbilt at Notre Dame. Notre Dame's about a 14-point favorite. Definitely going to be a favorite. Had a lot of people telling me how wrong I was for picking Michigan to beat them. And you know what? I was wrong. Then Notre Dame came out last week and played the fighting David Lettermans of Ball State. And guess what happened? They blew it. They blew it so bad. Wimbush threw 3 interceptions. Now you've got people in South Bend going, hold on. No, that didn't happen. La, 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 la. Dun, 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 dun. Look, I'm not picking at you, Notre Dame. All I'm saying is that first week you were teamed up to play. Here's the deal. You're sitting there, you're thinking about, seriously, it is what it is. It is what it is. You got fired up, and then you went out and laid an egg against Ball State. Trust me, people are sitting there watching what they did to y'all's offense to make y'all turn over the ball that many times. What happened? People are going to use it. Unfortunately, I don't think Vanderbilt has the skills to do it. I call Notre Dame. I believe Notre Dame will win the game. Next up, SMU at Michigan. I love saying SMU like that. Hey, Kevin, good to see y'all. Y'all bunch of you. Brody, y'all been saying hey to me. Neil, good to see you. SMU at Michigan. I ain't going to waste my breath too much. I'm watching you. He loves your videos, which means he's smart. Pigskin Pete, you're good people. You got my father-in-law. You got your father-in-law watching me. Let me tell you right now, I'll be sure to sing. You let me know when that man's birthday is. And I'll get my guitar out. And I'll sing to him. Let's go drink a beer together. I had to do that. Anyway, Thanks, Pigskin, spreading the good news of Bobby Dirkens. Of course, tell everybody about you and Catfish every time I get a chance. But thank you. I owe you a beer. Well, where was I at? SMU playing Michigan. Do we really care about Michigan anymore? I don't. Thank you, SEC. A bunch of you saying, y'all been telling people that. Thank y'all. I've been getting these people just subscribing to me, and I appreciate it. If I make some money, I might have to buy y'all a beer, but that's contingent on I got to make some money. Thank y'all so much. SMU at Michigan, we really don't care. Michigan's going to win this game, but Michigan State, we saw what happened. We'll get to them in just, will we? I don't know. Michigan State ended up laying an egg. We saw that. They're done. Penn State, they've struggled. Ohio State, still don't know what that ain't going nowhere. Y'all go ahead and put that. You can take that to the bank and get them to cash it and put it in a CD for you. SEC football tube, I'm not buying you a beer. You're 15. Hit me up in 6 years. And I will card you. Let me see. Boise State at Oklahoma State. Ooh, I know some boys right now who just got back from Boise State. Seriously, they were out there for that game where they ran up a ton of yardage against UConn. I think it was a record of sorts. They were actually there. It says at Oklahoma State, believe Oklahoma State's going to win it. They're only a slight favorite. I'm taking Boise State in this one. I like Boise State, like what they're doing. Rippin, however the crap his name is spelled, I like it. BYU at Wisconsin. Wisconsin, you're going to win this ball game. But don't be surprised if BYU actually, if they actually play a little bit with you. Wisconsin, I take you. You're actually a 22-point favorite. I think it's going to be closer than that. I'd say about 9 or 10 points. Bryson Barnes said, I need to get some merchandise and some shirts. I've been working on some stuff. I'm still working on that album. I've just had so much hit me, and then me and the studio owner, we've been working together on trying to get it as good as it can get. I'm working on it. But let me tell you, this will change the music industry forever. Take it to the bank. Not just anybody can get Ed Orgeron to come on the show and sing. Yeah. Next up, LSU at Auburn. I called that yesterday that Auburn was going to beat LSU. Though I would not be surprised if either one of them dropped their drawers, bent over, and with their butthole whistled at everybody to let us know that, yes, they're still consistent in their inconsistencies. Sue Kavanaugh. Good to see you, Sue. Sue's always been real good. Big Buckeye fan, always one of the nicest people in the world. Thank you so much. Thanks so much. Thank you. That was awesome. Georgia Southern at Clemson. The game has been moved from 3:30 to 12 because Florence is moving into the South Carolina coast. And if Hurricane Florence is half as annoying as most of the Florences I know, it's probably going to wipe half the coast off because it's that bad. Hate my Aunt Florence. She'd marry Satan, but Satan wouldn't have her. San Jose State at Oregon. Tim Forston recently found you, Bobby. The lost has been found. Welcome to the fold, son. Bless you. Thank you for joining me. Good to see you, Tim. Thank you so much. That's a good thing. Thank you so much, Tim. It's always good to know when somebody else is on here saying, hey there to me. Hey there to you, buddy. Georgia Southern at Clemson. Clemson's going to be pissed. You're going to see some more time. You know, Clemson gets out there and just bust their butts. And, you know, they're going to get more playing time. I got some commentary on Clemson I'm going to do on another video a little later this week. And I'm serious about how I feel. Some questions I have coming out of that game. But anyway, Clemson will win that game, obviously, by a bunch. Cousin Big Dog Tony, I love your channel commentary. You'll grow over time. Thank you. Thank you. It's always good. I tell you right now, ain't nothing like somebody telling you that they like you. Because it makes you feel warm inside. Not like, you know, you're getting sick and maybe need to seek medical assistance or something. But just you know, makes you feel good. Versus those other buttholes that comes on here sometimes and runs their mouth. Which makes me really warm up. And then I knock every tooth down their throat and give their butthole a full set of teeth. Bless you, my child. Next game, San Jose State at Oregon. Let's just be honest with ourselves. Do we really care about this game? No, Oregon will win it. Alabama at Ole Miss. Alabama's a 21-point favorite, but between me and you, I believe that this game could be a lot closer than that. And as soon as I say that, Alabama will come out and rip them up. Alabama's going to win the game. Middle Tennessee State at Georgia. Well, Georgia's coming off that big old win where they went down there and absolutely did me the greatest favor ever. You gave me more material. I could have 2 seasons worth alone off of that ball game of just good commentary about that. You took Deebo Samuel out of the game. You took the crowd out of the game within the first 10 seconds of the game. It was awesome. Georgia, you're going to play Middle Tennessee State. They're a great jazz school, but too bad we're not playing jazz. You're going to murder them. Marshall at South Carolina. Marshall at South Carolina. South Carolina's a favorite. Don't be surprised if Marshall is a little tougher than what you think. But I think South Carolina, they'll win the game. And after they win this game, y'all all know what's going to happen. They'll be claiming a run to the national championship. Louisiana at Mississippi State. Mississippi State, as long as they can stay healthy and Fitzgerald's in good shape, they're in good shape. They win this ball game. University of Louisiana Monroe at Texas A&M. Well, here's the deal. Texas A&M is going to do their thing. Texas A&M probably are going to be a little hungover. You're probably going to see UL Monroe hang out for a little bit, and then A&M is going to, kick them in the rear end. I'm reading where the Marshall game is canceled. Well, at least Marshall didn't waste a trip down here. Williams-Brice is not that great. Anyway, Ohio State versus TCU. Big game for Urban not to be on the sideline. Ohio State's a 12-point favorite. Here's the deal. I think Ohio State wins this ball game. I think they're going to beat TCU. But I could see TCU playing with a lot of emotion. Could be an upset special, but I still stick with Ohio State winning the ball game. Washington at Utah. Washington, you're a 6-point favorite. Don't get caught looking, because Utah might be the best team in their division. Don't be surprised. But Washington, I call you win this game. And last, and then I'm going to have to go. I got to go down here and make sure these kids ain't ripping the sheetrock off the studs for a second time. Arizona State at San Diego State. Arizona State is about a 4-point favorite. Personally, I feel like they're going to win. I feel like Arizona State's going to win the ball game. But then San Diego State has been fielding some teams that we thought were just okay, and then they end up being really good. So, well, y'all, thank you so much for joining me. Lord, help you. Be good. Everything you possibly can. I want you all to know I appreciate it. If you ain't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. It ain't going to cost you a dime. Would you just subscribe with me? Didn't that feel like condemning and anything? No, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and everything. Don't be ridiculous like my uncle who went and grew out that goatee, dyed it black because he's gray, and he looked like a chubby Satan. Don't be ridiculous. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for joining me. And remember, you can catch me at Twitter at Bobby Dirkens. You can also catch me at Instagram at the Bobby Dirkens. Remember, I'm Bobby Dirkens. I'm right. If you disagree with me, you're wrong. Bobby Dirkens. How do I turn this off? I can't get this off. Is that it?